Oh man, not again. Oh man. What's that Drake song? I don't even remember what that Drake song's called.
He says that in a lot of them.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh man. Like something bad just happened in the engineer booth or something. Just like, oh man, not again. The mic just went out. My earphone blew up. Damn, there was something I was going to ask before the episode. I was going to ask a question about a name of something, and I can't even remember now. But you know what? Joe, you here? He probably posted. He probably posted anyway. Probably fixing something up anyway. But I mean,
he's getting that AAD taken care of right now.
Oh my gosh! Did he say anything when he got on?
The last thing I saw was no, he didn't say anything. It was muted.
I saw him pop up, and I was just like, oh, okay, Joey's here, so he can start now. Cool. Yeah, I just hit that record button. Mic suit up, just a minute. Oh, okay, all right, no problem. But anyway, real quick, I just want to say, I'm thankful to be here. It's been a little minute. I know our schedules are kind of busy, between the three of us, and I wish DJ could be here. It's always kind of unfortunate, like all these episodes I keep going by without him here. But I'm really glad you guys are here, and I'm really glad to be doing another episode. And I don't know, I'm kind of feel good about this episode right now. I don't know why. I just feel good about it. It's a lot of news that kind of been coming out, in the last few days, last week or so. A lot of movie stuff, a lot of game stuff, music, a ton of music dropped. I mean, I ain't even heard it all yet. Still, like
you just gonna start the podcast and not welcome nobody.
I'm not.
You just go right into it. Okay, screw everybody else. Okay,
man. You know what? Like I said, I've been feeling real good right now. I've been feeling really good this week. I've been taking care of myself really well. So I'm hyped. I'm hyped to talk about it. But I'll introduce everything right now. What's going on, Piglets? It's your boy Taylor B, and I'm joined by my co-hosts Daniel and Joey. Welcome to another installment of Culture by the Uncultured. And before we go any further, be sure to click that follow or subscribe button. And remember, Culture by the Uncultured is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'll be posting on there sometimes. Twitter more often than not. I'll be kind of saying some wild stuff, or whoever's in control of it will be saying some wild stuff. Let me not put myself on blast real quick. That's also going to be at Culture by the Uncultured. Anyways, how you been feeling, Daniel? How you feeling good, man? You feeling good?
I'm in the middle of my my transformation. This isn't my final form. So I noticed, you never get that random thing. You're like, oh crap, I did gain weight. I had that realization. Look, this whole time I've been thinking, the COVID hasn't been bugging me, this and that. Then I stepped on the scale, and your boy. I can't wait to get back to that 24-hour fitness. Get myself back in shape, get myself feeling right again.
And I feel you, man.
But other than that, I've been feeling pretty good. Just going about life. Making this money, keeping my friends and my family close. What more can you ask for in these days and times, right?
I heard that. Double up. Can we just double down on a how you been? Can we just double down, bro? Like, damn. Disrespectful way to start a podcast, bro. That's hurtful. Whatever.
How you been? How you been, Joey?
Bro, your everyday breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all good, but like, we got used to the pain. You know what I'm saying? Just pushing through. I felt like lately a lot of people have been testing my patience, but lately my patience been really great. So like, it's not bothering me yet, bro. It's that Cali good, if you know what I'm talking about.
I feel
anyway, but yeah, I'm ready to talk too, bro. Let's get it.
For sure. Well, I don't know where you guys want to start. You guys want to start with sports? Because I feel like we start with everything else usually first. But I mean, there's a lot's been going on in sports, and I know y'all are some aficionados, if you will. I know basketball's going on, baseball's going on. We're in the middle of football season. Let's start with baseball. The next game for the Dodgers and Padres is tonight, right?
Yeah, it'll be game 3. Padres are down 2 games to none. They're playing for the season right now. They got to win this one to continue playing. But honestly, I'm not hurt by it. This is the first taste of success that we're gonna have in a few years of it. You know what I'm saying? And San Diego is a place that some pretty big names are trying to be. You know what I'm saying? So for once, we got some real clout in the baseball community. So I'm excited nonetheless. You know what I mean? Just to be in the second round of the playoffs it feels like a blessing being from San Diego.
I feel you. I feel you. What about you, Daniel? How do you feel about baseball?
Well, my team got their butt kicked, so
Oh man, the A's for
yeah.
sure.
So like I went into it just like hoping we can get some type of revenge for these cheating ass Astros out here, but
Believe us, we was all rooting for the A's, bro. We was all rooting for the A's, but their just natural ability is dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like they're the truth. It just sucks that they're cheaters too. You know.
yeah, they're cheaters and this and that. Like I was sitting there wondering how much it would cost me to go up there real quick and just bring a bunch of trash cans and bang on that list.
Man, you know what? I told myself, I said, okay, so my birthday is on Sunday, October 11th, right? I'm turning 30. Crazy, right? So I got to enjoy the last weekend of my 20s. And I told myself, if the Padres somehow come back and win this series, I'm going to go to a World Series game. You know what I'm saying? Or at least to the next round game. You know what I'm saying? So right now it looks like I'm gonna go ahead and keep saving money. Because I don't think the Padres are going to come back and win it. That's how I'm feeling right now. But like I said, I'm still excited to be watching baseball. A lot of good teams are still in there. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it. Basketball is in the finals. What's the score, Daniel? The game score?
It's 3-1 right now. That's where the series is at.
Lakers up 3-1, and they're looking to close tomorrow, I believe.
What is it? Game 5, right? Yeah, tomorrow
Yes.
night. Yeah. Game 5.
I think they'll wait until I think Miami's still at home, so I think they'll let them get one and just win it at home for Kobe on the 6th game. 2+4 and all that.
At home, meaning on a Lakers court design, because they're just playing in the same gym.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It'll mean different.
Have they been doing that? Have they been changing the court design based off of who's home?
They haven't been changing the court design. It's more they just they switch the colors up, whoever's at home and whoever's away.
All the boards and stuff by the where they have like the fake fans sitting.
Well, that and
the screens.
That and the jerseys too. Like they'll switch off.
Oh, right. Well, I guess you just want to win. To be honest, who cares who's wearing what at this point?
That's what I'm saying. But it's supposed to be for Kobe and all that. So I think they're supposed to be wearing like the Kobe jerseys when they win.
Yeah, they're wearing the Black Mamba jerseys.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is cool. I mean, I don't have but the Lakers, if they got to the finals, there were going to be people waiting for the storylines to just go digging into things to, what I mean? Like the Lakers, their franchise is it's such a winning franchise for a long time. And even though this Lakers team doesn't hold the tradition of like the other Lakers teams, you know what I mean? It sucks for people who just don't like the Lakers. But for basketball, I'm kind of cool with it because AD, like, how many years did he have to be good to finally get his chance?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, like Rondo, he probably deserved more than one ring the way he was playing all them years. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I'll just take that one off the chin. But I do like the Heat to start competing with everybody else on a regular basis, bro. They need to be a top 3 seed. You know what I'm saying? And I personally think, I'm a Clippers fan. We got Montrezl Harrell, and he just won that award. I think if he went to the Heat, that team would be damn near dominant.
Yeah, I just hope the money doesn't get in the way like it usually does with these good teams. They finally get good, and then somebody want to get paid, and then there goes the rest of the team.
For real, though. And that's the great thing about balling out with rookies because, they're just dedicated to winning because they're not getting the money yet. You know what I'm saying? But they're playing for it. So they're hungry. They're a great shooting team, and they're just injured right now, straight up. If they were in this series full strength right now, it would be Dubs. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it would be 2 up. That's all I'm gonna say.
Real quick, I don't know a lot about basketball, but baseball, either sport really,
Neither.
baseball or basketball. Yeah, but I've seen videos. Of course, I know a couple players, whatever, and one player for whatever reason, and I believe I actually know the story why I know this player. But JaVale McGee is somebody I've kind of always had my eye on for like the antics and stuff. I believe it's because
He was on Shaq the Fool a lot.
Yeah, he was like doing a lot of dumb stuff, and he has. If he win, he's on this Lakers team right now, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So how many rings will he have if he wins a ring with these Lakers?
I think 3.
God damn.
I think he'd have 2 with Golden State and 1 with the Lakers.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
But you see how being an effective role player gets you put on good teams.
Yes, definitely.
And it is what it is. It's always going to be that way. JaVale may have been a freaking bonehead for a lot of big plays, you know what I'm saying? But overall, his length, his hops, you know what I'm saying? He was in a slam dunk competition one year. He's he's an athletic big man.
Yeah.
He sets good screens, you know what I'm saying? Grab boards. That's all. What else you want him to do?
I got mad respect for JaVale McGee too, because he running around. He was in Denver running around with asthma, and was
straight up. In that elevation up there, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, definitely in that elevation runner. They actually went to him. They did a zoom up of him one time on the bench, and he pulled out the inhaler, and I was just like, "Yo, respect, bro, respect." I can personally feel that running up and down the court. I feel the way he feels on a normal court in San Diego. So I have
straight up. I seen it, bro. I seen Daniel pull up for a jumper, run right to the side of hit that inhaler, bro.
Yo.
Straight. I seen it. I seen him catch a touchdown, celebrate, and go hit that inhaler. That's hard, bro. You think what if that happened in the NFL? Somebody catches a touchdown and from their side or whatever, pull out an inhaler. Like, that'd be so hard. You can't tell me that's not. That would be on a highlight reel forever.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Somebody
for
should.
Sure.
I think it's worth the penalty. If you're going to find me, damn it, find me. You know what I'm saying? It's worth it. Wouldn't you guys do that?
I would have no choice.
It's so true.
Oh, my God.
Man, he would get like one of those jug hats with 2 cans on the side, but it's 2 inhalers, bro. Simultaneous hit.
Yo, oh my God. like I can sit there and watch when the old linemen get done, running down the field and they're on that oxygen machine, and I'm like, you have no idea, bro. You have no idea.
Nicknamed the Puffer. It's so hilarious, bro. That's so hilarious. Oh my God!
Yeah, two of my favorite
Puffy
people.
Allen. Yeah.
two of my favorite people. They got asthma. JaVale McGee and Darth Vader, like my guys. Let's go.
Wow.
Oh my God. Oh man, that's crazy.
What NFL talk though? We got the NFL games going right now. They're being affected by COVID.
They're not gonna make it.
You don't think so? I don't think so either. I mean,
I don't think they should. The way it's going right now, I don't think it makes sense to have that many guys traveling in open space, staying at different places. Not to say that they're not responsible, quote unquote, just your means of transportation, how often you do it, how many people you're around. You're playing with numbers if you want guys to lower the chance of getting it. At this point, if you want to play football, make sure that the games are played, know that there's a risk of getting it, and just take the precautions moving forward. Otherwise, the season's going to get messed up. Teams are already taking penalties just for being the opponent of the other teams that are contracting the virus. It's not fair. The Steelers had to take a week 4 bye when they had what was it, Daniel? What week was it? Like 8 or 9 or something? It was a bye week.
Yeah, it was something way towards like the end of the bye week season.
Right.
And then they were like, how
fair is that?
Now you got to go 13 straight weeks just to get to the playoffs. And if you make the playoffs, you're still going in there. So
and this just further proves now, moving forward, the NFL just needs to have 2 weeks of bye weeks in the middle of the season to be fair, one week half the teams are off, the other week the other half teams are off, and that's it. Like that would be the best thing for everybody.
That'd be kind of legit.
So everybody has the right amount of chance to have the same health, as everybody else. What if you have your bye week super early, you're all good, and then you have your injuries late in the season? Do you know how injuries late in the season with a team coming up on a bye week is clutch, especially when you're playing for playoffs?
Or like it sucks that like certain players like Cam Newton, like singular players got contracted the virus and then they can't play, which in turn affects
their team. Greatly. Yeah, but their team still play. Yeah. Like the Titans, they haven't played. A few of them got it, and they said no, we can't play. We're going to postpone the game. But if Cam Newton gets it up in New England, we still playing though.
Yeah, that's wild.
Crazy.
I also heard that I don't know if this is, I saw a story that said that supposedly like the governor of Florida or the mayor or something like that got authorization to get a full pack stadium.
Yes, in Miami. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, in comparison to like what we've just been going through or are still kind of going through, he has permission to do so. That's wild.
Yes, super wild. Yeah.
Yeah, they said it's about to be the worst time. About to have this second wave and everything, and here you go want to pack a stadium? Come on, fam. Even if it's like even at half capacity, it's been pretty suspect. If you looked at any of the games that had fans, I didn't see a lot of social distancing. It didn't look 6 feet to me. It looked like somebody could just easily reach over and be like, "Yeah, they scored, buddy," type of stuff. And I was like, "Nah, maybe not. This is definitely going to be an outbreak out here."
Yeah, I mean, Florida's kind of always like the ones leading the way when it comes to like wilding out, especially with this whole pandemic stuff. I feel like they've been the first ones like opening beaches back up, opening like clubs and whatever back up. Like they don't really care, and then they get closed down for whatever reason, and then they open back up eventually again. I was just talking today about with my team about this. Like, man, it's so crazy to think that like we're supposed to get all this like new stuff for our company like in January or whatever. And I was like, that's crazy. They're going to try to introduce this with the pandemic still going on or whatever.
Right.
And there were some people just kind of laughed. And I'm like, I mean, it was supposed to just be a short 2 weeks. And look where we are now. Like it just keeps going and going and going and going. And it's like no end in sight. It's almost like this is kind of like the new life that we have to get accustomed to. I can't imagine all of a sudden, like let's say like COVID-19 all of a sudden stopped. Like it would be so weird tomorrow to be like, oh, you don't have to wear a mask in places anymore. That'd be so freaking weird. Would it not?
Well, I want to see what they gave the president because he got right out of that hospital and got right back to kicking ass and taking names out here. And they was talking about like, hey, you want to come on here and debate? And he was like, I ain't doing none of that crap. There's no point,
bro. No, but nobody saw him. Nobody saw him in ill health.
That's true.
It could have been all fake.
Yeah, it could have been all fake.
So, there was a little quick video about him like supposedly struggling to breathe. I thought you would be the main one in here with this Daniel's conspiracy corner, Daniel, about him not really having COVID, because that's what a lot of people are thinking, that he didn't really have COVID and he's using this for like a couple different reasons. One, it could just be a sympathy vote, like, oh, like he got sick while he was trying to run and he's standing strong or whatever. Or two, he's probably trying to push the vaccine to be like, oh, look, like everything worked, I had medicine or whatever, it's fine or whatever. But then, like, I don't think he's really said anything about the vaccine, which is good. So that kind of cancels that whole conspiracy thing out the way.
No,
but he's been saying like
my conspiracy went a completely different direction with it. I feel like he really did get it, and they gave him the real vaccine. They were like, okay, we're going to give you the real one because you're the president. We can't give you none of this regular crap. We're going to give the rest of the people. We're going to give them Site B. We're going to give them Isla Nublar instead of Isla Sorna, and we're just going to go ahead and see.
Wow.
we're going to be able to go ahead and see what happens with them and this and that, and then we're going to continue to develop something else. You're going to have the real one because you're the president. We can't give you the extra stuff, and because of what he said. He said, I want to do my debate in person. So I can see you trying to give this old Joe Biden second hand, if you feel what I'm saying.
I know, right? So like there's like a couple things that I've seen too pertaining to that. Obviously, the presidential debates, the first round happened a couple like last week or whatever. There was a lot of like buffoonery going on and memes galore, of course. Last night we actually also had the vice presidential debates, and that one was also full of just jokes and laughs and flies and
that fly was a drone. Tell me you can't convince me it's not. It was a setup. It was a drone.
landed on Pence's head and was there for a good 2 minutes or whatever while he talked. And so
Hey,
Obama with a guy looked like
hey,
he was dying or
clearly,
something.
clearly, he had some shit on his mind.
Kamala
Hey,
Harris looks like your auntie that don't want no more. That's tired of your bullshit. You know, like
hey, to be fair, I always thought Mike Pence was a fly guy.
people are so quick on the internet, bro. They edited like a whole little video of a fly with
Bro,
that video
tell
of
me about
the
it.
Cholo
Oh my
cranberry juice guy, and they gave the
Oh,
fly cranberry juice, and I was like,
yes.
bruh.
Oh my god, they're so
They
fast.
missed
Bro, they
one
don't
though.
want they don't want me asking questions at Fox. You know what I'm saying? Cuz I'll get in their ass, real talk. Now what you mean, lady? Like do I need to translate for the people because did you see all the memes about Kamala Harris though?
With the Tupac thing.
All her looks? Yeah. So supposedly Trump's administration or whoever he got running his little, his posse or whatever, his gang, let's keep it real. Um, they put they reserved a seat on somebody on Kamala's side for Tupac because like last week somebody asked her, "Who's your favorite rapper?" She was like, "Oh, Tupac."
She said, well, she said that Tupac was the greatest rapper alive.
Yeah, she said Tupac was the greatest. Well, he technically, if you break down the words, he was the greatest rapper alive. So what are we arguing about? She's just telling truths.
That shit was so wild.
That's crazy though. But yeah, she had no idea what the fuck she was saying,
Yeah.
and she didn't help herself in California. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, but with this next round of presidential debates happening, they obviously, because of what happened to Trump, pretty much right after the first debate, him catching COVID, they were talking about doing a virtual debate. The first thing I heard was that they were going to get tested again before the debate to see if it was okay to go through, and then this time I'm hearing that then they were like suggested virtual. Now they're saying no, it's BS. And actually, one of the things the first thing I saw was that is kind of messed up. You're not taking this virus seriously. I don't care if you're showing symptoms or not. Everybody else has been required to be quarantined for 2 weeks. I don't give a damn if you're healthy or not.
Straight up.
You're still potentially contagious, even if whether you really had it or you didn't really have it. You're supposed to be contagious for 2 weeks. You shouldn't be around anybody who doesn't have the virus for 2 weeks. Second of all, but the other thing I saw was that I believe Trump's son. I think he has the same name. He's Donald Trump Jr. Right? Yeah. He posted that it was bullshit that they wanted to do a virtual debate because they're saying, oh, what is he just going to be fed all his talking points? Which, in reality, that is very valid. I could definitely see that being an issue as far on both sides. Honestly, I don't really quite see why Donald Trump would be opposed to that because I feel like his big like gun when it comes to the debates is like talking over people and like people want that. They thrive over that chaos, that chaotic energy he presents. He doesn't follow the rules of debates. He just kind of wants to keep talking. He talks over people. He's like rude and snide, with his remarks or whatever. It's not really back and forth and following the rules, and everybody's quiet, and then they let somebody else speak, and then they stick to the subject or whatever. He kind of just says whatever the fuck he wants to say and just keeps going or whatever, right? That's the majority of like what his energy is and what people kind of are attracted to. It kind of goes back to a conversation I was having with some of my coworkers where, some of the stuff he said before he was president and some of the stuff that he's done or like the actions or like, stuff he said while he's president are kind of embarrassing, as far as like, it being the face of the American people, if you will, but it's weird because I feel like so many people support him and like support his, like what he says and kind of back him or whatever. Not necessarily so much because of his policies or what he's may have actually done in office, like that could be positive for our people, but things that like he represents like you guys being so sensitive, so you guys are so against him or whatever. I'm tired of the people in 2019, 2020, whatever. Everybody's so sensitive. Like, gosh, like, what he says isn't even that bad or whatever. And it's just like, well, no, he does say some terrible things, but you guys don't care. Or you guys want to back him up and just say that everybody else is being super sensitive or being a social justice warrior or whatever, what have you. But it's like, no, he says some really wild, outlandish shit that a president at a minimum should not be saying.
I feel like the president says a lot of things half the country wishes they could actually be saying. So I think that's why he gets so much support because they're sitting there, at home talking about, I wish I could go out there and say all this hate that I really want to. Here come the president saying it for him. They're just like, yes, big him up, big him up.
Hey, I got to agree to a lot of that too, man. Like it's not, but there's not just two sides. There's a bunch of different people. It's like people who genuinely don't like Trump, they wouldn't even be persuaded over real talking points simply because they don't like a portion of who is supporting Trump as well.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's just like sports, how you don't mind a team, but you start to hate a team because of its fan base. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. It's the same way. It's the same exact thing. And it is what it is. But honestly, I don't know, man. Like
I don't think a virtual debate is a good idea.
Trump has said some ignorant things to what we thought was ignorant, but has always been throwing shots at certain people. And honestly, man, is Trump just a guy who just talks stupid, but you just have to pay attention to what he actually does?
It could potentially be the case. I mean, it kind of makes me think like I've never really looked into it, but Maul from the Joe Budden podcast says that Trump has done some good things. I don't really care about politics so much, so I can't really say that. But then, like, I know a lot of things, and like especially when he like his first like 2 years in office or whatever, a lot of people will try to post statistics saying like, oh, like look at the increase since he's been in office. But then the reality is another post would appear right after that, showcasing the fact that no, it isn't just Donald Trump doing that. It has been a gradual increase or decrease or whatever whatever it depends on the statistic since before him. It's not just he came in office and now, oh look, it's the lowest. It's the lowest because it's been the lowest every other president or whatever, or it's the highest every other president or whatever the case is. It's so it's just kind of one of those things that it's just like, dang, like I've never really heard somebody say like something that like Donald Trump has done for them that really has affected them. But I can also say that about pretty much any president, honestly, that they haven't really
that right there. You said it.
Affect me personally.
You just said it right there. Anybody who regardless of who's president, you're always gonna be like, it's easy to find the bad stuff.
Yeah.
But when it comes time to look for the good stuff, people either ain't doing it or they don't they let their emotions get in the way from doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's where it's like, now does your emotions mean that you're smarter than me now? You know what I'm saying? That's not fair either. I'll listen to people who want my support from both sides.
Yes,
Tell
sir.
me why. Tell me why, because regardless if I vote for somebody and the person I vote for wins or loses, I have to be prepared for both policies to make best of what I can with it.
Absolutely.
And that's all it is. People need to realize that if you do put a little bit more effort into being a citizen, you will learn a little bit more than you thought you needed. You know what I'm saying? Like but it's an effort thing. It's hard to get people to just agree to start living a citizen style, life, like really contribute.
Being willing to like listen and to understand the other side too is also important as well. That's why like a lot of people will say like, oh, somebody's racist, or like, oh, why do you talk to him, or why do you saw him as a friend or whatever, and it's like, I don't want to be locked into an echo chamber. I don't want to just be around people who are regurgitating the same things that I may believe in or have thought about, versus like somebody who has a different thought process as me, somebody who's thinking from the other side. And that also goes with the saying of like, even if there's two sides or whatever, that just because there's two different sides doesn't mean that the people on the other side are bad or good for that matter. Same thing on your side. Just because you and 20 of your other friends think that, believe in, let's say like Black Lives Matter, for example, right?
Or in agreement to a lifestyle.
Yeah. You guys all agree on this one matter, but half of those people could be into some nefarious stuff, just because they think that Black Lives Matter doesn't mean that they're not sleeping with children or like beating their wives at home or like dealing dope to like, lower class people on the low or something, whatever the case may be.
Right.
You don't know everybody like that just because they think they have one common goal. And like even same thing with like people for Biden and people with Donald Trump. There's assholes on both sides. There's people who will
Most
either
definitely.
bash you. There are people who will bash you because you don't want to be with Donald Trump, and there's people who will bash you because you don't want to be with Biden. Motherfucker, I don't like both of them. That's period. That's all me.
Speak yours. I heard that.
Yeah, but it's just, it is what it is, and I'm even tired of that rhetoric. Like a vote for, I seen a post the other day that was like, a vote for this is the vote for Donald, a vote for this is a vote for Donald, a vote for this is a vote for Donald. Well, If Biden was a little bit better, maybe I'd fuck with him. But the fact of the
Yep.
matter is, I
Straight
have my
up.
own brain, I have my own mind. I can do my own research if I really
Yep.
want to go that route and vote for whoever the fuck I damn well please. And if they lose, I'm a grown ass adult. I've lost plenty of debates, plenty of voting polls, plenty of just random discussions or arguments or whatever. I'm not winning every single thing in life. It don't mean I gotta win this too. You know what I mean? Like I can lose at this too. That's fine.
Wow. Yeah. Preach it, bro. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty much everything for the presidential debates.
Think about this last time. A whole election ago, it was Bernie Sanders was pulling a lot of popularity, you know what I'm saying? Pulling a lot of attention on the media as well, not just social media, but on the news platforms and newspapers and, the stuff reaching out to the people who could care less about social media.
Yes, sir.
And different platforms. And he couldn't beat Hillary, but it was almost for certain that he would have beat Trump, right? But so since we were down to Hillary and Trump, think about this, guys. We made the right decision. No, like for real, right? Like honestly, you see what she's connected to. You see what she's connected to. You know who was right in the mix with her back then. Your boy Joe Biden. So you tell me again, who it's the same camp versus the same camp. I voted this camp won last time. Who you think's gonna win this? Stop playing.
Yeah.
Stop playing, bro. And even if it was by fluke, if the economy's going up, Trump wants to get rid of that foreign trade. What's wrong with that? Why is everybody in the hood so scared of having Trump? Okay, you think that he's racist, or is it just that people who are ignorant who happen to be racist also vote for Trump? Was Trump not a part of everybody's music videos and their lyrics 10 years ago?
Bro, I said the same thing. I still have Mac Miller in my phone, the song Donald Trump.
Okay.
And then I'm just like, and then he became president. Everybody just flip-flop sides.
Okay, so now check. Exactly. So now check. He was cool enough to be on TV.
I'm trying to be rich like Donald Trump. I'm trying to live like Donald Trump. All that.
In the Little Rascals movie, radio shows, TV shows, he was cool enough for all that. And I get it. We get it. We don't appreciate his level of experience in schooling or political things to handle this kind of job, right? We don't trust that. But maybe it's better to have somebody who wasn't invested in politics for so long, because those people have been making millions of dollars off of politics and are just selling ideas and hopes and taking shots at everybody else. The thing is, Trump is such a hothead because even if I acted right, you guys would still take shots at me. Let me earn my shots. Let me shoot them back. So I personally don't feel no type of way towards Trump right now, because in comparison to what y'all got in Biden, that neither of them are getting my vote, by the way. But I hope if it comes down to it, the people understand that economically speaking, the hood should be going for Trump. Straight up. Fuck what they talking about. Who cares who gets offended? You're never going to meet Trump. Don't worry about it. Do what you can with it. He wants to take out foreign exchange. Then that's easy. All the people, while this pandemic was going on, all the girls who are now doing nails, hair, lashes, all the homies that got their new brands, making music, doing podcasts, videos, all that stuff that you just used all your talent for because you had all this extra time to do, or you got bored or life changed and everybody had to cut off their depression, find talents, all that stuff, all the reasons why you should go forth with those things. You know what I'm saying? Like, now it's your chance to push that and get paid, because people aren't going to be out here stunting, talking about, oh, I'm wearing Gucci, I'm wearing Versace. Yeah, well, you have it. That's great. You're a millionaire. But you can't just buy that stuff here no more.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Great for you. Your value is great, but now we have to make our stuff worth something. And that's what people don't realize is, I'm not saying that's all for Trump. That's my ideas coming into it. But the way Trump's administration is thinking economically, that's where the hood and the people who are just feeling some kind of way emotionally can take advantage of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So do what's best for you. Think about it and do what's best for you. Don't just think completely emotionally. Because to these politicians, there is no emotions. So don't be emotional about it. Get in there with the dogs and make the best of your due. You know what I'm saying? It's the hand you're dealt.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. Electoral college is pretty much the promise to say, hey, we know this is the popular vote. Most of you guys want this, but if I say nah, nah, like that's what the electoral college is, right? That's exactly they're thugs, bro. It's gangster. You can have all the homies like, hey, big dog, I think we should go to this liquor store. He's like, nah, fool, I don't like that dog in there. We're going to this one, dog. And that's it. He just overruled it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. Big homie to little homie. Nah, we doing this straight up. So,
dang! Breaking news. They said Mike Pence is on the next debate for the vice president. He's going to have a walkout song.
oh my gosh. Man, what is it? What is it, bro? Oh my god.
I got cut off before we get a copyright strike, but y'all got the point.
I thought you were gonna do so fly.
That's what I thought too. Yeah,
I thought you were gonna do so fly,
or even ball it. We fly high.
Yeah,
no, like, man. But I mean, politicians being super sus. And speaking of being sus, how about that game Among Us, though? Right,
bro. What? Daniel, have you got on yet?
I'm about to.
Daniel,
I was waiting for it today.
Did you?
I was waiting for it today. I'm about to.
Daniel. It's meant for your mischievous.
Oh, I know. I'm really hoping the chaotic energy. Really hoping I can just choose to be an imposter every time.
You can't. It's randomized. It's randomized, but you got to download Discord. It's easier. The easiest way to play it is to download Discord on your laptop and then have Among Us on your phone, and then just talk to us on the laptop or whatever. That way you can just click on inside the Discord server, mute, so that like nobody can hear you or whatever. And then when it's time to talk, we can all unmute ourselves and be like, oh, like this is where we found the body, blah 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 blah. It's so fun to accuse people, hear people lying, like watch how people's energy change, and you know they're lying. Like, bro, I love that game, bro.
If you're really an asshole, they're not gonna tell if you lying or not.
Yeah. You got to maintain your energy. Your energy can't change from when you're imposter to when you're not imposter. If you're talking all the time as the crewmate, you need to be talking all the time as the imposter. If that's when it like gets tricky. Like, oh, why are you so quiet over there? You ain't saying nothing. That's sus.
That's what I was gonna. That's what I was gonna say, Daniel. You said you don't want to be a crewmate, but the more you are a crewmate, the better imposter you will be. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how to fit in, you know how to explain stuff. You need that. Low key, when I first started, being an imposter was hard because I didn't know if anybody was too far for me to kill. You know what I'm saying? Like you just don't know. So it's really a game of repetition. And honestly, you're kind of at an advantage when you play with people that you do know. You know what I'm saying? But especially when you're new. But it's also more fun that way. You know what I'm saying? Because the chats get hilarious alone. You know what I'm saying? So it's a great game, and if anybody out there hasn't started playing, man, we 5 stars. We highly recommend.
Absolutely. I mean, it's free to play. I think it's $1 to remove the ads, and the ads only come like at the end of every round. It's up to 10 players. 2 people will be imposters. Everybody else is a crewmate. And then the 2 imposters try to go around killing. You have to the only way to get rid of the imposters is by either 1, calling an emergency meeting and maybe suggesting what you may have saw or like clues that you may have seen to like suggest that somebody may or may not be the killer. Or if you find a body, you report the body. And if you see somebody there, obviously like, hey, this is the last person I saw by the body. Or if you saw somebody kill somebody, hey, I saw such and such killed such and such or whatever, right? Those are the easiest ways to get rid of somebody. Every once in a while, maybe you might have somebody mess up. They forget to mute, so everybody knows who the killer is, or they do something dumb like pop out in front of a vent in front of a bunch of people, and then everybody's like, "Bruh, I know you're the killer. We saw you pop out the vent. You're out of here, Bucko." You know, like different stuff like that. So it's fun. I definitely recommend you download all that stuff. Play it on your phone. You can play it on PC. It's available on PC and phone for those.
I was completely lost when I first jumped into it. I didn't know what I was getting into. I do recommend when you want to learn how to play, go watch a YouTube video real quick and just.
There's a ton of them.
There's
that's what I've been doing. Like as you guys have been playing, I've just been watching videos. That's how I know about venting and all that stuff, just because I've been watching other people do it and all that. But I have this one question that nobody ever answers, even on the videos. What's to stop somebody from being like, "Yo, this dude killed me," like after when you guys go back into the meeting?
Oh, it's because so what happens is when you die, you become a ghost, and they can't see your like chats. Like if you're just doing regular chat, they can't see you. And for the most part, it's like a buddy call.
Filter. It's a filter.
It's like, so when you're talking on Discord or whatever, it's kind of like your integrity, basically. Like you just keep yourself muted until until the end of the round, and then you can say whatever you want. But after you die, you basically can't talk. Or most people either mute themselves or they just stop talking so that like you can't give it away or whatever.
It's best to mute yourself. Yeah,
because a lot of times, like I hate when this happens when like people are playing and then somebody goes, "Ah, damn it," and it's like they died because I can hear your mic is still on. I heard you say that. So
and you know how long it takes. And you know how long it takes from somebody to get from one room to the other. So if you're counting seconds and you walk into a body, then you see somebody, you automatically assume it was them, and their story's not valid. So even though that may be true, it's just not fair to the game. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair to the game.
So like you could technically just be like, "Hey, this is the person that killed me," but you'd basically be ruining the game if you did that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it is a game that is much funner if you play it correctly.
Yeah.
Straight up. So yep, highly recommend. It's been
having to argue innocence when you are innocent. Oh man, that's the best.
It's you know what? Games are the time. These games like this are the times when people need to get out all that bad and negative energy, all that weird shit you guys be doing in real life for real decisions to real people. Do that shit on a video game. Be better people. Be better people in society. You know what I'm saying? Take that weird shit out on a video.
That's why I've been kind of nervous to get it because I feel like it's gonna bring out the dark side in me a little bit more.
Daniel, trust me. I felt the same way. You won't regret it, fam. I'm telling you.
It's great, man.
I felt the same way because it's all in good fun too. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're not it and everybody's accusing you, then you get that joyous hate for like, damn, that's why that's what I get from it is what it is. But
trying to be nice over here and be quiet, just listen. Now y'all want to jump me, but and you can also customize your little guy, your little crewmate. They have like hats, they have like outfits, they got little pets that'll follow you around and stuff.
You can purchase stuff too. Honestly, I really did. I probably put like $4 into that game already.
Yeah. It's cool. It's definitely super fun. They're trying to do so like they were going to make a part 2. They were going to make Among Us 2, but it got canceled. And now basically they're trying to focus more into evolving the game.
Exactly.
Making more colors, doing more things in game, more levels, more in-game customization, more tasks, different tasks, things like that. Better servers because they never expected this game to just suddenly shoot off in popularity, and it did. And like it actually, one of the cool things that happened because of this game, it actually made a bunch of YouTuber gamers like basically work together, and like people who never did like really done like team ups basically, people that like stick to themselves. A lot of people have been going out of their way to like play Among Us with other people because it's just good content. You can't really go wrong with lying and like joking around and yelling at each other and accusing people of like what they did or whatever. It's like just tons and tons of videos. Like people like I've seen like a lot of super popular YouTubers try to venture off into another game, and then like they go right back to playing Among Us, like throwing out Among Us clips because it's just hilarious. Like like some people are like built for it too because like their personality on YouTube, and they just input it into the game, and it's just like you were born to play this game. It's hilarious, man. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful hearing the crazy and funny discussions that go on inside the game, and I can't wait for you to hear it too. Hopefully we'll be able to play tonight. That'd be super awesome. But speaking of costumes for the actual characters, pretty much Halloween is canceled at this point, and I'm actually going on a trip to North Carolina, Fayetteville later this month for a wedding. Shout out to my boy Hendo. Congratulations, man. I'm his best
fresh
man.
invite, bastard.
Whoa! Congratulations to you, Brandon. No, I'm just kidding.
It's funny because his name is Brandon too, but yeah, that's going to be a part of my speech because I'm his best man.
Wait. You're both named Brandon.
Yes,
you're flying. You're flying across the country.
Yeah.
Are you the best man or are you the man? I'm just kidding.
I see what you did there, but yeah, he's Brandon Henderson. I'm Brandon Taylor, so it kind of like works, But I mean, yeah, but it's cool though. But So I'll probably be out there for Halloween. I think I'm still gonna try to bring a costume just in case they want to do something for Halloween or whatever. Maybe like a little party or like hanging out or whatever. It's supposed to be a decent group of us. I know a decent group of us guys. I'm sure his fiance Ashley's gonna have a decent group of her girlfriends out there too. And I know he has family and friends from his
Oh,
his
oh,
childhood there too. So I'm sure it's gonna be a good time.
send me
I
snaps.
I know for sure, right? But what about you guys? Have you thought about wearing any costumes? I know you don't really do that kind of thing, Daniel. So
Well,
I don't think you have.
n-
Okay,
nothing,
okay.
Daniel's dabbled in that much more than I
nothing
have.
will ever beat my very first Halloween when I was 18. So I come through, and I don't know if anybody I've told you guys the story or not, but I was in Oklahoma at the time, right? So it's my very first one. Like I grew up, for people that don't know, I grew up in church home. Halloween was not happening. Okay, it was not happening. So I'm going there, and then I'm in the middle of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I get the crazy idea of, I'm in white country right now. I can put on a good white voice if I want to, like the way I'm doing right now. So I'm sorry if anybody consider that racist. I apologize, but
Oh,
so I had this crazy idea, right? And I was like, let me walk around and be a ghost. And then I was like, you know what? If I turn the pillowcase a certain way, I could.
oh my God.
So yeah, see, I was walking around the neighborhoods as a KKK person, and then when people be like all confused, I pull up the mask, like gotcha, and, and then just run around. But for me this year, I think.
What the fuck? Bro, I'm so bro, and you're alive to talk about it? Oh my god.
That
What
is
the hell?
so
Right?
wild.
Brandon, right?
That is so wild,
Hey, that's balls, son. You didn't just go, you didn't just get a little taste of the water in Halloween. You
bruh.
swan dove face first into that pool of Halloween, bro. What the fuck? That's crazy. He went as Clayton Bigsby.
Oh no, I didn't get the rest of the story. I got chased, but
Show us your face. Show us your face.
You want to see your face?
I got chased for a little bit, but I got away. But
Oh my god.
it was
Sheesh.
the scariest and the funnest night. I had it there when I was out there, so it was pretty cool.
I bet. Shit.
Had wheels back then, huh?
Scared of yourself.
But as far as now I think I should just go around as hand sanitizer, and
Maybe.
Oh man, got to make sure there's aloe vera in it too, though.
mm.
But I guess we can move on into like the trailer and new release info.
But y'all wait, y'all didn't answer
let's
who
start
y'all
off
was
with-
going as.
Oh, I'm probably just gonna take my Warriors vest out there and wear it again. That's like what I do every freaking year, pretty much.
I don't I don't
it's pretty-
really I don't really dress for Halloween. I've never really done it. Like I enjoy other people doing it, but I don't know. I don't ever have the motivation or the energy to make the costumes because I'm the type of person I can't just buy a costume. One, I'm too big for a lot of costumes. And two, like I'm hella creative. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be like a Rubik's Cube or like a bucket of chicken with like actual chicken. I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like I really like I'm creative, you know what I'm saying? I can't just be
I
anything.
can totally see him being a Rubik's Cube and have a girl come flicks her. Oh, you turn me on. Go ahead, do what you got to do.
Yeah. I'll catch somebody looking at me. I'll be like, "What you need? You don't want this. I'm complicated. I'm trying to show you my true colors.
that'd be a brilliant costume. Yeah.
I promise I'm not a square. Bro, I could go all day. You know what I'm saying? Like Rubik's Cube. I'm probably meant for it.
Bitches love the Rubik's Cube.
Well, going on into the game news real quick, there was actually quite a bit of releases in this last week. This is actually something that DJ sent us. He said Call of Duty Zombies will contain completely free map packs, a brand new story, a new exfil system, so death isn't the only way to finish a match, and starts matches with you can start a match with a loadout. There's tandem mechanic for using guns and items, exclusive battle pass for zombies that you unlock when you buy the normal battle pass for Warzone and multiplayer and things like that or whatever. He's a pretty avid Call of Duty player. I not as much as him, but he loves that game and he's super excited for zombies. I stopped playing zombies during during the first Black Ops, mainly because well, this actually might change it because this is my reasoning for it. So I stopped playing Black Ops because we got to like level 50 something one day. We kind of like learned you can just do a loop or whatever, run together, and then, like save certain things for at certain points, and then, like get you upgraded weapons, pack a punch, and all that stuff. And then we died, and I was just like, I don't want to do that again, ever again, because that was a waste of time. Like, I don't get
It
nothing
took
for
so
that.
long. Yeah,
Yeah, it took so
exactly.
long. There's no reward for it. Like, why would I want to do this again? And then, but now that there's an exfil mechanic and that you can actually finish it, that's actually kind of cool. It reminds me more of like a horde mode or like a I forget what it's called for Halo, but in Horde mode, it was like 40 or 50 waves of just like enemies coming at you, and you just got to fight it out. And they get stronger and stronger, and you kind of just got to like fortify your defenses and hold out until the last wave, and then it's like bam, you win, and you get like a ton of points and experience and stuff. I made like a bunch of friends on Xbox back in the day off of that game mode, so this looks cool. It looks interesting. I still don't know if I'm going to get the next Call of Duty game. I'm still on the fence about it. I don't know, just because zombies ain't enough for me, and I don't really care about the multiplayer like that. But Warzone is dope, and if it's like, if I get some kind of benefit for playing Warzone, as far as like, oh, you can play the multiplayer and level up guns faster, maybe I might do it. But even then, Warzone isn't something that I play all the time anyway, so we'll see.
I actually
Um,
have. There's actually
go ahead.
other ways of leveling up your weapons as well. We could talk about that off mic.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Just game modes. It's just different game modes.
oh yeah, for sure, for sure. What else we got? Okay, Spider-Man remaster for the PS5. I mean, considering that this game came out last year and it's already getting a remake, is kind of incredible, actually. Or a remaster, not a remake, but a remaster for the PS5. Peter Parker's getting a totally different makeover. I'm assuming the reason why that they're giving it a remaster is because a Spider-Man Miles Morales is coming out for the PS5, and it's not supposed to be as expansive as the original Spider-Man game was, because it's more of like a DLC. So instead of us getting like a brand new it's set place in the same story, and instead of us getting a brand new game, so I shouldn't, in theory, cost as much as a brand new game. It should cost maybe 40, $50 at most or whatever, right? And you just download it onto your PlayStation, and bam, you can play Spider-Man Miles Morales. But I'm assuming they're going to have the original Spider-Man game plus the 3 DLCs. It was called like something City at Night or whatever. And then, of course, Miles Morales would be like the newest DLC that they slap onto the game at the end of it, right? And then hopefully at some point in time, we'll get a Spider-Man 2, which would be super awesome or whatever, right? What else we got here? Smash Bros. Ultimate's new character Steve came out from Minecraft. If you guys don't know about Minecraft Steve, swappable skins are Alex, Zombie, and Enderman. They're also characters inside the game of Minecraft. It's kind of funny because a lot of it was like a meme that people made, like, oh, they're going to add Steve, they're going to add Steve, and it was kind of a joke. And then like they were like, nah, dead ass though, we're going to add this, and people don't really want this, but it's kind of like it's like a joke that's like funny, but it's like not funny, It's like, oh man, you guys are in on the joke too, but not for real. Get this shit out of here or whatever, right? But I mean, whatever. I mean, it's another game. The game's pretty much dead anyways. People aren't like they only kind of come back and research for the new characters that come out. But I mean, if you're gonna go with Steve from Minecraft, nobody really wants that character. Like I would just play Minecraft if I wanted to play as Steve. So it's whatever. Mortal Kombat. Originally, I was going to say reportedly, this is the information, but the trailer just dropped today. So officially, Mortal Kombat 11's Combat Pack 2 is going to contain Melina, who was basically a clone of Sonya Blade, or not Sonya Blade, Katana. It's going to contain Rain, who was another one of like the ninja type characters. He's like the purple version, and his thing is like water, obviously. And then the last character that's being added, being voiced by Sylvester Stallone himself, is Rambo, is being added to Mortal
Hey,
Kombat.
hey.
So we got some cool characters coming along the way. I have Mortal Kombat 11, and it's pretty dope. I have the last character pack. I might actually get this one too and kind of resurge into
Why don't
my.
they also? Why don't they also offer Rocky?
That'd actually be kind of cool, like a boxer version. That'd be kind
Yeah,
of cool too. But I feel like they're kind of just going with like famous like action stars, because like they got Terminator, they got RoboCop, now they got Rambo. It's just a bunch of stuff that are just like, oh man, like who would have ever thought that you could be RoboCop fighting Terminator?
Rambo/Rocky on a tag team? Are you kidding me? Come on,
That'd be
bro.
that'd be hella dope. That'd be hella. I ain't even go front. I would, because there's not like a boxing character. Well, I mean, Jax kind of is.
Jax,
That's
yeah.
kind of his thing. But I mean, like it would be cool to see like a old fashioned boxer, because Jax has like the metal arms thing and like some other like techniques going along with it. But I mean, it would be cool to see like somebody who just straight up boxes and that's like their shtick or whatever, right? Because it's like there's kicking and punching involved. So it'd be cool to have like a what's that guy from Tekken, Daniel? The guy that boxes.
I forget his name.
What's his
The only person I remember is Harang.
Dang.
That's the only person I ever remember.
Steve Fox, that's what his name is. Steve Fox. His thing is boxing. That's like he's everybody else can like
Oh
fight
yeah,
and
yeah,
kick and all
yeah.
that stuff. And Steve Fox specifically only punches and throws haymakers or whatever. So it'd be kind of cool to see that same kind of character, but in Mortal Kombat though, or applied to Mortal Kombat. That'd be kind of dope. But I mean, I'm super excited for this character pack. It's good characters that people would actually want. And Rambo's a welcome addition to the roster, the long roster of Mortal Kombat. So I'm sure people are going to love that or whatever. And that's pretty much it for gaming news. We can move on to let's go into music real quick so I can drop some albums.
We didn't talk
Go
about how
ahead.
trash that trailer was for that Monster Hunter movie.
Hold on. Okay, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that when we get to the movies. But let me get this music out there real quick. So, last episode, I forgot to mention Joji's new album Nectar. Who I don't know if you guys know this, by the way. His name used to be Ugly Frank, or not Ugly Frank, Filthy Frank on YouTube or something like that. And he's did some kind of questionable things for sure and said some questionable things. But as the artist Joji, he was also a Pink guy. But as the artist Joji, I fucking love this guy's music. It's called Nectar. I can't believe I forgot to mention it. And my favorite song on the album is called Modest. It's Modus. Definitely give it a listen. The album is called Nectar. Also, we got West Side Gun, who had a new album, Who Made the Sunshine. Y'all know me and West Side Gun go way back like Cadillacs, you know? But all I'm going to say is I like this album a lot, but I think that Pray for Paris is probably his best album that he dropped this year. This is good too. This is definitely good too. And one of the things I love so much about Griselda, period, is that they're always putting their people on. Like he's not going out of his way to get like a ton of like crazy features from like the biggest artists, even though they're super popular right now or whatever, you know, that they got hella buzz. He's getting like the guys like he came up with to be on his album, to be on multiple tracks or whatever, you know. He's got a couple of his features like Slick Rick. Who's out here featuring Slick Rick? Buster Rhymes. You know, like he's got some cool artists that are on there, but he's got his boys are on there too. Boldy James, So God Cooks, you know, Betty the Butcher, Armani Caesar. Like he's got a ton of features on here, and it's great. My favorite song is called Frank Murphy. It's like an 8-minute song. It's basically a posse cut where everybody's just going in, you know, talking their shit or whatever, right? Next up, we got 21 Savage and Metro Boomin, Savage Mode 2. I'm gonna be real honest. My first go at it, I wasn't really feeling it that much, and maybe I just wasn't in the mood for it. So I'm gonna try it again and try to get through the whole album. One thing I did notice though is that Morgan Freeman is narrating the album, and that is kind of dope. Like it's legit Morgan Freeman narrating 21 Savage's album. That's hella dope.
I did notice that. I did take a listen.
What'd you think? Did you wasn't really walking with it either? Or
I mean,
like,
well,
all right.
It's 21 Savage. It's not like I'm expecting him to blow me away with bar work. You know what I'm saying? But I had just been chilling. You know what I'm saying? I was in good headspace, and I didn't mind it. You know what I mean? There's some thumpers in there. You know what I'm saying? Like just to keep it real. Even the song with was it Young Thug, bro? I was enjoying that too. I was like, wait, hold up. So I'm just trying not to hate music so much, but you got to remember when 21 Savage first came out, it was a drought of new stuff coming out because everything was just so bad. And I guess he was like kind of like whatever. Remember at the one time people was listening to 21 Savage, and then that video came out when J. Cole said he was dropping an album. And the guy was crying. He was like, Cole,
oh yeah,
like that's
RDC
when
World, yeah.
21 Savage came out when there was a drought. You know what I'm saying? Like it was literally a drought of new rappers, I guess. So it's just kind of funny, you know what I mean? That he got a little bit of clout and now he's like getting some better features and stuff. So I'm okay with it. I liked it. It was okay with me.
Next up, we got Bryson Tiller with his new album Anniversary. I'm gonna be real and keep it real straight with this one.
Boring.
I am not a fan of Bryson Tiller. That's just it. I'm not a fan of Bryson Tiller. To be honest, when even from songs from Trap Soul come on, I skip. Half the time I skip. Like it's the music is all right, but it ain't great. It's just not great.
100. I got to keep it real with you, dog. I agree. I even posted it on Facebook. I was like, bro, Tiller album weak, son. and people were like, for real. I was like, bro, let me explain it. And after I said it, people were like, oh, I guess you kind of right. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, well, I'm sorry to break it to you. I just wanted to post how I felt, you know?
Yeah, I feel like there's a ton of artists that like do the same thing that he does as far as like singing or like kind of talking about the same things he's talking about that just do a much better job. you know. But I mean, he's got great production value. It's just since the first album, he just ain't been hitting for me. And then even when the old songs come out, I'm just like, I don't really feel like listening to this right now. Maybe it might have been, he might have been one of those artists where like people were in like the world was kind of in a stage of something, you know, like because
Yeah.
it was like late 2016 is when he came out, I think. So you know, it's kind of 2016 was a big year for a lot of people. So it might have just been a time frame thing, man. He found the right timing, and now he's kind of like not hitting that mark because we're not in that state of the world anymore. You know, we're not in that mindset. Um, Also, we have Katori Walker with Idols. It was a short little EP. He's got 6 songs on there that basically take. They have a sample from like various artists: 50 Cent, Kanye West, Drake, J Cole. He's got one dedicated to himself. It seems like one for Kendrick Lamar, and it's great. It's super great. I love it. I listened to it over and over and over again the first time I listened to it. My favorite song on there is dang it, I forgot the name. I know I said my favorite song on there is "What You Need," and it's the one that's like inspired by K Dot or Kendrick Lamar. So, I mean, definitely give it a shout out or a check out. Katori Walker's the guy who made the song. What's his famous song? He's like, "I heard the good die young." What the fuck does that mean? Um, I heard we dying over colors. Oh man, what's
Yeah,
that song called?
I can't help you
Y'all
out,
know
but
it.
that
Y'all
50 Cent song, that Mini Man, he was spitting some straight facts in that song. I listened to that one the most out of all of them. I really loved that one. So
for sure. The song that I'm talking about is called Ormani. I think that's like the first song that he made that kind of blew him up a little bit. It was a short video he released too, where he's like on the floor and he's like bleeding from his mouth, and he's like saying a lot of very profound and like like real world things. That's what caught my attention with, or that's the song that gave him my attention, and I believe it's about his brother and his brother passing away and stuff like that. So it's kind of a heartfelt song and it's really good. But definitely check out Idols by Katori Walker. The album cover is actually like an amalgamation of all of those idols that are listed, and they make up his his cover art. It's got like the crown from Born Sinner, the heart from 808s and Heartbreaks, the clouds from Drake's Nothing Was the Same. It's got bullets for like 50 Cent or whatever. It's a dope like little piece of work, and you guys should definitely check it out for sure. And I think another album that dropped recently. I believe YG just dropped an album too. I haven't listened to it yet, unfortunately. I don't know if you guys have got a chance to. Any
I
guys
listened
get a
to a
chance to listen
couple
to it?
songs off of it, but I didn't listen to it like straight through. The 2 songs I heard were pretty mad. It's normal YG, blood this, blood that type of stuff. But
Oh, the first song is called Blood Walk. Okay, all right. Out on Bail. All right, I see you. I see you. He got a song with your boy Ty
yeah,
Dolla
that's the
Sign,
one I listened
Surgery.
to. Anyway,
Okay.
Of course.
But YG has a new album out titled My Life 400. Hunted spelled HUNNID. So definitely, if you guys are into YG, check him out. I'll probably give it a listen today just because, I mess with YG. And even though, like, he's not like my favorite artist or anything, but he definitely has like pretty much like every album he's dropped, there's like a couple songs on there that I fuck with that I add to my playlist. So I'm probably going to give it a listen and check out some more stuff.
Breaking news. Breaking news, real quick. It came out that The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, is now the most followed man on Instagram in America with 200 million followers.
Oh yes. I didn't know that's what he was talking about, but I saw a post where he talked about having 200 million followers. The guy's super popular for sure.
That's crazy where he came from, bro. I used to watch wrestling. That's where he got his name from. He asked McMahon if he could still carry the name The Rock, and look at him now, bro. That's crazy. If you smell what he's cooking, you know what I'm saying? Like, real talk.
Biggest action star in the world, Shoot.
At this point, he's up there, man. I
And,
gotta give him credit now.
and speaking of movies, we got some movie news for you
Let's
guys.
go.
All right, starting off with this, I can't even believe this is a thing. But The Craft, that super old ass movie about the girls, the witches, light as a feather, stiff as a board, and all that mess, right? They're having a sequel. It's called Craft Legacy. There's a trailer out for it. Go ahead and check it out. I can't even believe this is happening. That movie came out in 1996. It's over 20 years old. What are we doing? What are we doing? Um, Next up, we got the Borat 2 trailer also released. That's going to be coming out on Amazon. That movie looks super wild. I mean, I can't even believe Sacha Baron Cohen had the balls to go out in like the sensitive times that we are living in. I can't even believe that he had the balls to go out and like do that stuff again and like like kind of just sit in character. And I always wondered to myself like, does he ever mess up or slip up? Like, how does he not laugh through some of these skits that he's doing? Because it's like he's talking to real people and acting like who he is or whatever. He's like, I'm sure some of it is staged with other actors. Some parts, but a lot of it is like him interacting with people who are completely oblivious to what the hell he's doing. And I'm just like, how does he not get hurt or like in like a serious like altercation or something?
I feel like, well, I said I feel like he has the most fun doing doing his stuff because I'm willing to bet it takes at least 30 takes to do a scene on there because there's no way he can say some of this stuff and not laugh or have somebody from the crew laugh. Like that one thing where he said, I'm not gonna say it, but because we have fans, but but that thing I posted about what he said in the last movie, and then I can't believe he got away with saying that. First of all, and I know it had to take them at least 10 times for them to get rid of that, for him to get rid of the smile and the laugh on there. There's no way to say stuff like that and be normal on the first try, unless you're a psychopath, which he might be. I don't
Facts. Shoot, yeah, he might be. All these characters he came out with, Bruno, Borat, Ali G, and all that. He's something going on in his head to be coming up with all this stuff. What else we got? Netflix is doing a reboot for Resident Evil. A bunch of the cast has been revealed. You can check that out online. I'm hoping that it's going to be more true to the. I hope he's going to be more true to like the heart of the source material, basically the games and stuff. The movies, the original movies, definitely were not true to the source material. So hopefully they'll change that this time around. It looks like you can kind of like look at the characters and see who they're potentially going to be playing. And I'm kind of excited for it. You know what I mean? I would like a reboot as long as, like I said, it's for the source material. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Also, Cobra Kai released another trailer for season 3. Cobra Kai season 3 is actually coming January 8th, and season 4 is already in the works, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. We're going to get at least 4 seasons of Cobra Kai. All is right in the world, and I can die happy. After I see season 4, at least after I see season 4, hold on, wait just a little bit longer, God, and I'll be all right.
I'm gonna have to rewatch them again
for sure, man. I mean, I rewatched season 2 the other day, and like I always say, like I always kind of catch something new, and so it kind of like I don't know, it just kind of it excites me, man. Like just kind of seeing like them like transform and like get better at martial arts and then like fight each other in the tournament. Like relationships change. Like I kind of like that those kind of shows too. A little bit of drama sprinkled in there, especially seeing the older cast. And we've talked about this before. We don't really got to get into it now, but I'm super excited that season 3 is going to drop early next year, and we're already getting a season 4 too, so confirmed. So that's super awesome. Also The Boys, the newest episode came out this Friday. So, if you're interested in that, maybe you were saving, so you could just binge watch the whole thing. The final episode comes out technically tonight, if not tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have this episode out by tomorrow, which is Friday. We're recording this on a Thursday. And, definitely look forward to seeing that. It's on Amazon Prime as well. So, if you got Amazon, check that out. Cobra Kai with Netflix. I just got the poll right now in my head. All right, cool. Awesome. And last but not least, big news from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, how talented do you guys think that Jamie Foxx is?
Very.
Extremely talented, right?
Very.
So, some of you may be glad to know that he's actually returning to Spider-Man, the franchise, as Electro again.
I'm confused as to why that's big news. Like, is there a fallout somewhere that I missed?
So, okay, yes, you must have missed this. Okay, so back in 2014, that's when The Amazing Spider-Man came out, I believe. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, that is. Back when that movie first came out, Jamie Foxx was tasked to be Electro or whatever, right? The biggest thing is that Electro that is portrayed, so I think Jamie Foxx did a good job with what he was given. Whatever they wrote for him, whatever they wanted, the direction they wanted him to go in, they gave that to him, and he was like, "All right, cool, I'll do this, whatever." Right? And I think he's talented in that regard. Of course, he can act for sure. He can act his freaking ass off. But I think that what the writers did with the character, like changing certain things, it was just kind of weird, and people weren't really feeling it. They kind of gave him this dark and brooding thing, versus like a kind of more like sinister, maniacal like version of himself. It was just kind of off. I didn't really like it that much, but overall for me, like I enjoyed the movie. I love that movie personally. I think that's one of the better Spider-Man variations. I wasn't mad at the character, but that's the only thing that I can think is wrong with it. A lot of people were just disappointed with that whole Electro thing. You know, they didn't really like it. They weren't really feeling it. A lot of people don't like Amazing Spider-Man 2 in general, though. So that's kind of where the fallout is, and also it's not attached. So it's Sony was obviously the one that made the original Spider-Man trilogy. They also were the ones behind the Amazing Spider-Man, the 2 movies that came out. So Electro technically wasn't a part of the MCU until now. So, but there's different rumors. They're saying that maybe they're going to do the multiverse thing. There's more and more stuff coming out about that to kind of back that up too, because obviously Doctor Strange 2, they're for sure going to do a multiverse, but we don't know if maybe it'll be introduced in Spider-Man 3 before Doctor Strange 2 comes out. Which, by the way, Spider-Man 2 is supposed to start or Spider-Man 3 is supposed to start filming next week. And so there's, and then they're also saying that they might just keep this. They're supposed to keep the same character basically, or the same like how they had him, but they're just going to make it fit for the MCU. Like he worked for Stark Industries rather than Oscorp or whatever. You know, whatever they got to change out to make it fit more towards the story they already have, so that he fits into it. And it's not like, oh, he's from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 universe, right? But there's so many people like throwing, you know, and putting in for like, you know, making all kinds of different artworks for Tobey Maguire with Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland, right? So a lot of people want to see this happen. A lot of it also has to do with the Miles Morales Spider-Man movie that came out a couple years ago. In that movie, the Spider-Man that trains him to be Spider-Man is allegedly Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Even though it wasn't voiced by Tobey Maguire, that's the character he's supposed to be. Sony owns both of those franchises, the original Spider-Man trilogy, obviously, as well as the Spider-Man Miles Morales. That is not officially a part of the MCU as a whole. But with this next Spider-Man movie, it could be. We're a lot of things are in place that says that somehow the Sony and Marvel universe are connected. I believe we talked about here on before the podcast that in the what's this freaking name? The vampire guy. I can't even remember his name right now. My mind's going crazy right now with this MCU information, right? The vampire guy, there's like Spider-Man is a murderer, and what had happened, everybody thinks that Spider-Man is a murderer at the end of Spider-Man 2, right? At the end also of the that same trailer, we get Vulture that comes out, who was also in Spider-Man 1. He comes out, he's in like a, you know, his prison outfit, so it's like, oh, these have to be connected then. This is the same guy that played the Vulture. Why is he in here? Like, what's going on? You know, so it's like, there's a lot of stuff that's going on that makes it seem like it is connected to the MCU, and we'll see. Only time will tell, obviously, once like the official movies come out and whatnot. And then finally, this is also new news for today. We just got confirmation that Doctor Strange himself is going to be in Spider-Man 3 as well. So that could also be the final nail in the coffin to say, oh, this is definitely going to have some kind of multiversal effect as far as like the scope of the MCU. So we'll see. I'm super excited to see that. I'm definitely down to see more heroes inside the Spider-Man films besides just Spider-Man himself. Team-ups. Excuse me. Team-ups are always welcome into hero movies. Wow. Team-ups are always welcome into hero movies, and they kind of, you know, they do better. You know, the numbers are better when there's team-ups or whatever. So let's hope that we get some cool action out of that. And then that about wraps up. No. Last but not least, Daniel, what do you want to talk about?
I wanted to talk about this movie nobody asked for, first of all, with the Monster Hunter. Okay. Because just straight up off of that trailer. Okay, anybody who's played the game, you should be pissed off at this trailer. First of all, at the character they picked to be the lead role. I mean, I hate her in Resident Evil. I don't want to see her in Monster Hunter 2. First, that's just a personal friend. But second of all, anybody who's played Monster Hunter, I'll give you $100. You can find a military weapon or a military vehicle anywhere in that game, or the presence of a military in that game. So it's
facts.
First of all, and if you watch the trailer, T.I., when he goes to look at his scope, he uses the eye that's closed. That's not, you know, nobody's really going to notice that unless you're really paying attention, I guess. But
a lot of people saw that, and in my Black Nerd group, we had like a roasting session about how ass that movie is going to be.
Hilarious. It's a comedy.
It might as well be. They should market it that way. They should definitely market it that way.
But I did like the way how they. I think that was a Diablos that popped out of the sand there. So I do like the way it looks. You know, it was real quick. It was a good 2 seconds of seeing the monster and all that. So I think they got that part of it pretty good. As long as they don't come out looking like Sharknado, or we're trying to watch this with the graphics and everything. Sharknado or
Bruh.
Tremors. Like Tremors is, I feel like this is what it's actually going to turn out to be. It's Tremors.
Oh no! I hope there's more monsters and there's like a decent story because I've been trying to put together in my head like the plot of the movie, as far as like the military grade stuff, and then like actual like because like Tony Jaa's in there as like an actual monster hunter with like a giant sword and all that stuff, and I'm just like, what? Where are they going with this plot? Like, what are these like little weapons that like the Americans have or whatever? What are those weapons going to do against the giant monsters who are like? There's giant guns in Monster Hunter that barely hurt monsters. You know, like I don't. What are you going to do with a 5.62 round? You're going to do nothing.
What I think it might
what are you
be.
talking about?
Straight up.
A 50 caliber?
What I think
You're
it
not
might
going
be
to do
is
anything.
this is the very first time, like that's why there's military there. Like this is all. This is going to be like how do you say it? Like a what the Hobbit was to what the Hobbit was to the Lord
Like
of the Rings. What do you call that? A prequel. This I think it might be a
like a
prequel
prequel?
to the what we actually get in the game. I think that's the only way I can.
Well, no, there's actual Monster Hunter in the game. I mean, in the movie, Tony Jaa's going to be in the movie as an actual Monster Hunter. I don't know if there's more or he's the only one, but he's going to have like the whole get up and like like a great sword and all that stuff. Like he's going to be like a legit Monster Hunter. I just don't understand where the military gets involved into like this whole thing. Like I can understand a movie about like Monster Hunter trying to fight some monster or whatever. Maybe you fight a couple monsters on the way and then you fight like something big, like I don't know, like an elder dragon or whatever. But like some random soldiers in the middle of a desert and then a Diablos appears. What? What the fuck are
They're
y'all
pissing
doing?
off a fan base. That's what they're doing.
Absolutely. But that's what happens with pretty much anything that is Japanese that gets adapted into like a live action film. It gets butchered and massacred and then it's never heard from again.
Cycle continues.
They could have just gave us another game instead of this damn movie. Anyway.
Yes, sir. Which also, by the way, if you guys didn't know, that there's also a new Monster Hunter game coming out called Monster Hunter Rise. I believe it's for Switch. I don't see anything about it coming out for any other systems, but it's a Switch game. It introduces this thing called a Palamute. There's a Palico, which are like these little cats that help you out, and now there's a Palamute that is like a bigger dog that you can actually ride on and like scale like the sides of cliffs with. It has like a whole new climbing system that actually looks fucking amazing, and I really hope that they implement it into future games for consoles or for PC or whatever. It looks super. It looks really good though, so I'm kind of excited for it. Hell, I might even get it because I do have a Switch, but I don't know yet though. I don't know. But I mean, that's about it for me. That's everything I had in the docket. I don't know if y'all got anything.
Nope.
Not off the top. I mean, we could end with this. All those weeks we ended up talking about the Tory and Meg stuff. It looks like he about to go to court.
Oh, yep, officially charged.
Facing
We'll
22 years and plus 8 months or
22
something. Who knows? Yeah. Bruh. Who knows?
Yep, we'll
Who
see what
knows?
happens. We'll see what happens for sure. As long as, regardless of what we believe, as long as justice is served, that's what all that matters. And last but
Also,
not, or go ahead.
I was gonna say also a video that surfaced was one of the body cams from the police officers that was in the Breonna Taylor apartment.
Oh yeah, the SWAT team coming in
just after bullets had been flying. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't prior to that, but it was just after. So
yeah, they like a whole sweep and clear of like her.
We'll see what new information all of these things bring next time.
Yes, we will. And real quick for the poll this week, I believe I'm just going to go with the good old fashioned battle of the streams. We could do a regular poll and then say Amazon Prime Video, Netflix, and Hulu.
Man, you ain't slick right now. Pissing me off because all that whole time I was bigging up Amazon, y'all was talking about Netflix. Now I got Netflix and you over here bigging up Amazon. Damn it!
Daniel, I got Amazon too. If you want that, bro, don't trip. Don't worry about it.
Sorry, that'll be the poll for this week.
Yeah,
but that's.
I'm with that. Are we? Oh, wait. That's what I was asking. Are we forgetting somebody? Like, is it only Amazon, Hulu, and Netflix
Disney
is
Plus.
like the primary?
Those are like the primary ones. There's more. There's like Disney Plus, of course, and HBO, Max and other stuff. But I mean, those are like the three main ones that I feel like people really mess with, anyways, for like specific shows. Besides like Disney Plus, they have The Mandalorian, but I don't really think there's anything else that like.
I need to get on my Fire Stick game. If anybody out there doesn't not do unillegal things for maybe profit, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? Holla at JB from
anyone who
Culture by the
follows
Uncultured.
anyone who follows the law, go ahead and hit up JB. You know,
Right. Anyone who follows all the rules.
up and outstanding citizens only.
Hack my shit.
Jailbreak
In
and pending.
layman's terms, shoot.
Gulag is closed.
But all right, piglets, this has been another installment of Culture by the Uncultured. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Culture by the Uncultured. Remember, piglets, Culture by the Uncultured is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube. We hope everyone out there is staying safe, and if you can't be safe, be deadly. Catch you guys next time. COVID!